Hello and welcome to Unacademy. Right now, you may be nervous, anxious, trembling, and some of you may also be excited. But all these things are normal. You need to understand the very presence of these emotions qualifies you as a human. Otherwise, we are not humans at all. But one advice that I can give you right now, tomorrow, go to the exam hall smiling. Stay calm, smile, and recall that this is the moment that you have been waiting for. And doesn't that very thing make you feel excited? So go to the examination hall smiling, excited, because this is the moment that you have been preparing for. And tomorrow you will crack it. Tomorrow you will ace it. All of us are here, not because of any other reason, but we want to tell you that we stand by you. You have our back. You have done all the hard work. You have revised a lot, solved mocks, revised multiple times. There is no power on earth that can stop you from cracking the examination tomorrow. But listen to me carefully. There would be 6 lakh or 7 lakh aspirants attempting the exam tomorrow. Not all of them are prepared. Roughly 75,000 to 1 lakh aspirants would be thoroughly prepared for this examination. But not all of them would feel excited. Not all of them would enter the examination hall smiling, and that's what's going to make the difference. If you enter the examination hall with all the excitement and exuberance, smiling, you have won half of the battle. Then one by one, we will be sharing last minute tips that you should inculcate, embrace, and attempt the examination tomorrow. First up, we'll start with Mukesh sir. Over to you.
So, as Sarmad sir has already said, tomorrow is the day where you get to prove yourself, but don't feel burdened because of it. This is an opportunity for you. Not everybody gets an opportunity to appear for this examination. You are already a part of a legacy. Realize that and feel proud. And please understand, what happens tomorrow is not going to decide who you are. Rather, who you are is going to decide how tomorrow goes. So be confident. And while appearing for the question paper, don't go with a preconceived notion in your mind that this is what I have to target, these many questions I have to attempt. No. Just take a look at each of these questions with their and for their own merit. Do not have the baggage of failure, if at all, that is something. But still, try to understand that this is where the 4 options are given. The question is in front of you. You have to use your knowledge, and that's all the game is about. First, only attempt the questions that you are sure about, and then move ahead with the other kind of practices that you have done. Tomorrow is your day for conquering it, and do ace tomorrow's exam. All the best.
And while looking at the question paper, maybe the first few questions you may have never heard about. So it might get a sense that the entire question paper is a bouncer and you're not going to clear it. This is where you drop your shoulders. Don't do that. Take a look at the next set of questions, and you will realize that there are always few questions you may have never heard about. And listen to me carefully when I say this. Whatever knowledge you have acquired and gained, whatever books you have read, notes you have followed, videos that you have consumed, live classes you have attended, that does not necessarily mean that whatever you have read would be asked in the examination. Or whatever is asked in the examination, you would have covered it in your notes or in your classes. But you can still attempt those questions. How? Use the knowledge that you have gained to arrive at an answer, to make intelligent guesses. And as Mukesh sir said, do not enter the examination hall with a preconceived set that today I'm going to attempt 70 questions, 75 questions. That should be decided then and there by looking at the standard of the questions, by looking at the difficulty level of the questions, by looking at the way options are presented by the UPSC. That should determine how many questions you are attempting. And in your first round, you should always attempt those questions you are 100% sure about. Then the second round, where you can eliminate half of the choices. Then the third round, if needed, where you can make intelligent guesses. And please listen to me. There are few questions which are factual. There are few questions which are conceptual. You can make intelligent guesses when it comes to a conceptual question based on the knowledge that you have acquired. but it might be slightly difficult to make a guess on a factual question because facts can be either right or wrong. But conceptually, you can always make intelligent guesses based on the knowledge that you have acquired by attending the classes and following the notes. And again, every question that you read it with a smile. Read it with smile, and that positive energy that will be generated throughout, that will make you through, that will sail you through. We have been with you, we will always stay with you, and no matter what happens tomorrow, you have done your best. You have done all the hard work.
And one more advice, if I can add. Please do not take any question on your ego. What does that mean? Let's suppose I have spent a lot of hours on a particular topic. If a question is asked on that particular topic, if the question is very, very difficult, does not mean that some reason or the other, I have to solve that question. No. If it is very difficult, leave that. Move ahead for the next question. Please understand, the success is not going to be determined on all the 100 questions. You have enough scope in the question paper to do the conceptual basic questions correct and still cross the cutoff conveniently and easily. And with that, I will pass it on to Abhishek sir.
I'll add one.
Too eager to talk.
Sir, just because we're on the same page, I'll add one more thing, that the examination is only over after CSAT. It may be that you have a certain conception that you have given GS paper 1, it is good, bad, but you give GS paper 2 properly, because the level of GS paper 2 CSAT is going to decide how much the cutoff will go through. So therefore, as sir said, logic, don't take it on your ego, and negative you have to control. You can't be attempting too many questions also, so that the negative is very high, but only judge yourself after CSAT is over, and then only you can basically understand where you are in the larger race. Shyam sir.
Two recommendations from my side. One, when you're rounding off in the OMR sheet, please ensure you're rounding off exactly opposite to the right question number, serial number. Just check that. Second, there will be certain questions which are very difficult, but there will be certain questions which will have eliminations. Please focus on that as well. If you're not able to understand the questions, when you read it once, read it twice, and then look at the options, there could be an elimination possible. Please take care of that.
So a couple of tips from my side. When you're reading the question paper, ensure you're in a very calm state of mind. Please read the questions thoroughly, go through the options thoroughly before you start answering those questions. It's natural to be a little anxious at the start of the paper, but you have to calm your nerves down, because you need to practice. You've put in all the effort over the last 12 months and above. So please ensure that you stay very calm in your questions, because many students end up making mistakes over here. Then second, there are few students who will keep the marking of the OMR sheet to the end. Please don't make that mistake. The moment you solve the question, mark the answers right away, because at the end you never know. You may not get the time, or you may end up making mistakes. So please take care of these two issues, and I think the examination would go well. So all the best, and I'm sure you guys would be able to do well.
A few advice from my side. First thing, don't panic looking at the first few questions. They can be from the subject that you are weak in. Also, don't panic looking at the pattern of the questions. By chance, if they introduce a new pattern of the questions, or if they do not give the questions in the elimination techniques, whatever techniques that you have practiced, if those techniques doesn't work in this exam, okay, if this exam is unexpected pattern, unexpected questions or unexpected pattern, unexpected difficulty level, whatever it is, maintain your enthusiasm, maintain your commitment till the last question that you solve. And also the CSAT paper matters. Every question matters. Maintain the same thing. And your presence of mind, your ability to keep calm, your ability to overcome the anxiety, most importantly, your common sense, presence of mind, your overall maturity and your overall knowledge, what all knowledge that you have acquired as a student, not only this 1 year, the overall maturity levels, the overall knowledge that you have acquired will be proven based on your presence of mind in those few hours in the exam hall. So try to completely avoid anxiety, maintain calm, keep calm, read till the last question, and check all the options properly. Don't go with any preconceived notions. All the very best. You will crack it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And if you have any questions, last minute doubts, you can post in the chat section, direct these questions at your respective faculties, and we will answer. But few things that I would like to add. There was a time in a particular year when the options changed. Only one statement is correct, only two statements are correct, all the three statements are correct, none of the statements are correct. Maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow a new surprise is thrown at you by UPSC. But should you panic? No. Why? Because if it's a new surprise at you, it is a surprise for everyone. What difference will it make? It's a level playing field after all. But those who will panic, they will lose. Those who will stay calm, because keeping in mind that if this is a difficult question or a difficult pattern, it is difficult for everybody, not just me. Now, whatever difficulty there is, I will have to sail through. I will have to do whatever it takes so that I can finish this question paper and solve it to the best of your ability, to the best of your capability. If it's difficult for you, it's difficult for everyone. Also, if there are 50 questions which appear easy at the face of it, there is a tendency amongst the students that you start doubting yourself. How can this question be so easy? No, this is a UPSC exam. So there may be something more than what meets an eye. You start reading in between the lines and then you end up committing mistakes. So in your first attempt, when you arrive at an answer, if it's an easy question, then you start second guessing and then you choose a different option, and ultimately that new option that you have chosen turns out to be an incorrect one. Don't do that. Trust yourself. Why can't you trust yourself? And it's easier for all of us sitting here, standing here right now, to give you all the gyan that stay confident, stay happy, smile. But you know what you're going through. You know how important it is, what is at stake. But we can tell you with our experience, more than decades of experience, that it is possible to stay calm despite the adversity. It is possible to stay calm, confident, not panic, and yet emerge triumphant. Because please understand, no matter what you have read, no matter how many revisions you have done, no matter how many mocks you have attempted, there will be thousands of candidates who would have performed equally well or spectacularly well than you. But then what differentiates somebody who does it well tomorrow from the person who does not is how you're able to calm your nerves. This is not an exam just to test your knowledge or the information base that you have. It's the examination which tests your nerves. And if you can control them, all the best. In my mocks, I never scored more than 70. Tomorrow, you will score more than 110. Any questions if you have towards the end? We don't want to waste your time either, but we are here just to tell you that you're not alone in this journey. You've never been alone. We've been with you all through this preparation process, and we will stay with you no matter what. And please listen to me carefully when I say this. What is the worst thing that can happen tomorrow? The worst of the worst things. You may not be able to crack prelims. So what does it mean that this is the end of the life? Don't equate UPSC with your life as if your life will this is so bad of me to say you this at this hour just before your prelims exam. But what is the worst thing that can happen? You may not do well tomorrow. So what? There is another day. This is not the end of the life. Your life does not start and end with a UPSC attempt. Keep that in mind. Why? Because when you keep your expectations right, that tomorrow is just any other exam. You have been attempting so many exams in the past. I'm not talking about the mocks. I'm talking about your 10th standard matriculation examination, your 11th, your 12th, maybe IIT JEE, maybe NEET, maybe your semester exams, maybe your BTech exams when you did not study throughout the semester but ended up studying one day before the exam, and yet you qualified. So what? This is just like any other exam.
Just another exam for just another job. And by the way, I saw a question that when do we stop studying today? Please do not burden yourself today. Please understand this, that whatever you have studied is more than sufficient. Right now, what you should be doing, just keep it light, revise something that you have already revised maybe 10 times, 20 times, right? Not even those that you have not revised once. No. Just revise those particular low hanging fruits. For example, organizations, reports, something that you have done maybe many, many times before. And regarding one of the queries that I saw, that what if the question paper is very, very difficult? Now, Sarmad sir has already said that it is not only difficult for you. If it is difficult for you, mind you, after all that you have covered, it is difficult for 99.9% of the candidates. Success will be decided based upon who is able to hold their nerve tomorrow. And the calmness that you maintain in the examination will help you score that. And one of the easy tips that you can have for these final moments, first of all, feel confident based upon what you have done for the past couple of months. That's it, right? And do not worry, as sir has already covered all the base regarding what happens, the worst come worse. Please understand, if for some reason or the other we are not able to make it this year, have this kind of a fighting tendency in your mind that if not this year, next year I will score a single digit rank. So it is something which is an opportunity for me that I will shine this year itself. Okay, so do your best. And
One thing before I forget.
Please.
Would you be able to sleep tonight? Maybe not. But can you go and attempt this exam sleep deprived? That's a recipe for disaster. What you must do, and please do it, just this. Don't revise anything. I would disagree with Mukesh sir. Not even the portions you're confident about. Listen to songs, watch a movie, whatever you want to do, relax. But hit the bed at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. after a light dinner. Hit the bed at 9 o'clock. You will not be able to sleep immediately. Don't check your phone for time. Is it 9:30, 10, 11, 12? Maybe you will fall asleep after 12, but don't turn on your lights. Don't get up. Don't look at your phone. Just tell yourself that you are sleeping. Even if you will not get sleep, but there will be a point where you will fall asleep. And then those 5-6 hours of sleep will do wonders for you. Hit the bed at 9 o'clock. Please do that. Not for yourself, for me. 9 o'clock, turn off your lights, sleep or fake the sleep. You will not get sleep immediately, but eventually you will. Don't check your phone. Kill your phone at least for these few hours. That's it. If you can do that, sky's the limit.
I was going to make the same point, but I will add one more thing, which is early, which is sleep early. But remember one thing, take at least 30 to 40 minutes in your hand in the morning, because this time there's face authentication. And it will be overwhelming. We all can say that when you go to the center for the first time, all the competition, at least 1/10 or 1/100th of it is in front of you, and it feels overwhelming. So don't absorb the tension in the atmosphere. You have to basically keep calm. But remember, don't reach the center at 9 o'clock. Your time should be 8 o'clock, however, kitna bhi dur ho, it does not matter. You have to reach by 8:15 so that you can understand where to keep your bag, where to keep your phone, where can you keep the phone or not. And over and above that, if there is chaos, there will be chaos. Face authentication for the first time, it is AI based, you never know what happens. So please take time with you in hand.
And somebody is saying that I have beard as big as Sham sir. Please come forward. Sham sir does not have a beard. He is not sporting a beard.
And just to add to Sarmad sir, if you're not getting sleep, open Indian economy book within 5 minutes.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Within 5 minutes, they'll fall asleep. Sir.
Oh, for that. Then there is a twist.
To the revision thing, I'll say only one thing. You had 365 days, then you had maybe 10 days. Now you have only hours. What you were not able to do in 365 days or 10 hours, you'll not be able to do it in one night. So you have to now consolidate and sleep at a given point of time and just stop, because there is nothing new you will learn. And in the morning, you will realize you have to be at your best. Tomorrow is the day, not today, and don't sit with books right now.
And one more mistake many aspirants make is that after giving GS paper 1, in the interim break that you have, Many students, they start picking up CSAT book, start revising it, or they'll open their phone, start checking answers. Please don't do this. Even during those couple of hours, rest, have a light lunch, hydrate yourself, and then go give the CSAT paper.
One final advice while attempting the questions. We have already covered that there can be a scenario where you are suddenly confronted with very difficult questions. What oftentimes UPSC does is, if you have one complete page of 5 questions with very difficult standard, the question which follows immediately might be very easy. It is very easy to commit silly mistakes in those questions. Avoid those silly mistakes. Even if you can avoid 2 to 3 such silly mistakes, that will be a big win for you. So please be on a lookout that if a question is very, very tough, that's it. Next question, when I will take a look at it, I won't think about the previous question, what could have been the answer for it. Next question, very carefully analyze A, B, C, or D. That's it.
One more thing, sir. Because UPSC is this time giving the key on the same day or the next day, a lot of you have this thing that you were looking at a question, it turned out to be weird. Maybe the answer may be incorrect, maybe the wording is incorrect. Don't call the invigilator, and there is nothing, nobody is going to do nothing about that question. If you think you can attempt that question, attempt it. If you can't, then don't do it. But there is now a challenge window. So that question may be dropped later, but in the examination, don't go into panic if there is certain something contradictory or it is not fitting well, because that can basically put you off your game. You don't have to do that. You have to be street smart in that moment and understand what is the need of the examination and also the need of the paper, as sir said. Sir.
And tonight or today at least, stay away from the people who want you to fail. You can't. Tomorrow there is exam. Are you prepared? How many questions are you going to attempt? I don't think you will be able to do it. What next? Have you thought of plan B, plan C? Stay away from these negative people, even if they happen to be your parents, unfortunately. As I said, sleep early at 9 o'clock. That will take care of almost all the problems that you may face. Ma'am, why are you silent?
Have a good night's sleep and all the very best. You will do it, and keep confidence on your preparation and your overall knowledge.
Then one last point. Another challenge that you will face in the exam is your time management. Please ensure that you keep roughly 1 minute per question. In paper 1, it is just slightly above a minute. In CSAT, it will be slightly lesser than that. So please ensure you stick within the time limit for each question. If you're not able to solve it, jump to the next question. Don't make it an ego issue, as Mukesh sir said, and don't get stuck on just 1 or 2 questions. Keep moving ahead. There will be easier questions ahead. So if you don't pace yourself throughout, at the end, you will end up skipping a few questions. And you never know, the last 10-15 questions might be the easiest. So please ensure you stick to this time limit. Every 1 minute, 1 minute, 10 seconds, keep jumping to the next question.
Have good amount of sleep. Keep calm in the examination hall. You have got this and you will crack it.
Read economy.
One more thing, which question is getting repeated, how many questions to attempt? See, as sir said, this is a purely circumstantial answer. In the examination, you have to take a call. Obviously, you can't just do 40, 50 questions. Then that is not, then you're only attempted for 100. At least attempt for 120, 140, 160 according to the level. You will understand the level of the paper at least by doing 20 to 30 questions. But don't do too less. And don't attempt all 100, because as we know, at least 25% of the paper is difficult. That 25% of the paper can be divided among subjects, maybe history as always, history, geography, and other subjects may be difficult. There may be subjects which are, for example, like polity, which may be easy also. So there is a chance that the distribution may be according to subjects. But remember one thing, don't attempt less than 40 questions. That is not going to work. Mathematically also.
And to be honest with you, we thought that we will come here live, stay here for 5-6 minutes, tell you all the best, last minute tips so that you can stay calm. That's it. But looking at the comments, how someone pointed out that this is the first time that I have had a laugh in the last 1 month. That made my day. That made our day. And if you want us, we have a lot of work to do. But we are still here. Why? Because If our effort will put a smile on your faces, we will consider our job done. And if you want us to stay with you for the whole night, I promise we will do that. If they will go home, I'll stay here. But you guys are brilliant, fantastic, outstanding. I'm short of adjectives, otherwise I would name them. You've done all the hard work. Trust me, there's nothing that should break you tomorrow. Nothing, absolutely nothing. And as they say, I'm scared. Scared of what? Taking one step closer to your dream? That should make you feel excited, not scared. And it's not die hard fan, it's die hard fan.
Melody.
Okay, anything else that you want to ask us? We're going to wrap it up. The only team I support after Mumbai Indians. They're out of IPL.
I hope we do better than Mumbai.
We are in Bangalore, so we are RCB. Okay, that's it. All the best. Do well. Sleep well tonight. Tomorrow, a beautiful day awaits you, and a beautiful life awaits you, and a fantastic career awaits you. Stay calm. All the best. Take care.